late night crafters and night owls. Not sure if anybody's on here with me, but it's okay because I wanted to come on because this is my time. And if you catch this later on, hopefully you get something from it. Hopefully you learn something. But I'm here because this is my time. So I figured if I'm already gonna be up working at this time, might as well try to help someone out, right? So here I am. So I guess good evening to whoever is here with me. Thank you so much. As usual, I'm on my phone again. So I do have a delay trying to read comments on my computer. Hopefully we'll take care of that soon enough. So let me get started because it is late, but for me, I usually go to sleep at 2 a.m. If anyone has watched me, I usually have either my 2-year-old daughter or my 8-year-old son here with me. And I mean, it's nice, but it is a little bit distracting. Yesterday when I was on with Greenery Market, I was on their page showing some of their new fall supply. And I realized on my daughter's iPad, even though she was wearing headphones, it was going off and you hear the cartoons in the background and then all the craziness. So it's nice and quiet here. So if anybody likes crafting at this time or is just up or you're just bored, this is my time. So maybe I could do this weekly. But let's get started so let's not get a little bit too late. So the reason that I wanted to show this is because I'm a kind of matchy person, you could say, when it comes to my home decor, my seasonal decor, for example, in this case. So last year, what I have here is my fall decor. Now, every year I change our Christmas theme. I don't want to do that with the fall decor because it does get a little bit pricey. Christmas decor, you could, over time, you could build up your inventory. For harvest decor, you could do so, but it's not, to me, it's not as easy. But last year, this is the fall decor that we used. Because I have the habit of updating everything, I said, you know what? It's made. I could just put it out. But the person that likes having everything updated wants to change it. So instead of starting a whole brand new design, I said, you know what? Why don't we just update whatever we have? And that way it's actually more affordable. So anybody could really do this. And it also saves space because then I have this whole extra piece, all these extra pieces that then I have to, again, put again in storage. It's not as easy as a Christmas tree because the Christmas tree, a lot of the picks you could just keep reusing. So anywho, like I said, it's because I like to change the look. So what I have, so last year what we did was I actually made this one for my Etsy shop, but I ended up keeping it. So upon keeping the swag, I made a matching wreath for it. And this wreath went over our mantle. So we had the swag that goes on our right outside of our house because we have a storm door. So you can't close, you're not able to close this. But being that our door does not face the front of the house, it was perfect because we could put this on the house next to the window. Next to the door. So we have that. We have this over the mantle. We have this garland, which is pretty simple, but it looked very pretty, over the fireplace. And then when you drive when you pull up into our driveway, but at the entrance there's this post. It's just a random post that the old house number was on there. And I always like to put a obviously I just took this out. It's like I couldn't find this one. I like to put a swag. So this is a lantern swag. You could, but I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna put a lantern swag out there. So I actually put on the post. Let me show you this lantern swag. Just because I happen to have a lantern. This is a lantern swag. I just put it on the post. I don't know if you could get an idea of how it looks like here. But it's a lantern swag. A simple lantern swag that I made. Maybe this year I can make another matching one and put it outside our door. But this lantern is like my craft lantern, I could call it. Maybe I'll get another one. This is actually from Michael's. This is like one of their staple items. You can find them all the time. So that's the lantern swag that I use as a post swag. Alright, so let me get started with the biggest piece. So what I decided, instead of just going ahead and using the same exact items, I said, let's add buffalo. I used buffalo for our Christmas decor last year. I left it up because we did black and white buffalo with red for our Christmas tree last year. And everything else, like I had the wreath, I had the swag, everything was black and white buffalo last year. We had the pillows, we did the dining table was buffalo runner. So this year I'm like, you know what? I'm sorry, for Valentine's Day, all we did was take away the Christmassy stuff, and we left that. Well, I left it because I was just, it was a lot. It was a lot. So I said, you know what, let's be a little bit lazy, but it still worked. And then for Easter, I didn't really do much for Easter and spring, but the throws are still there. And then whatever I did very, very simple for spring and summer, and it's still up there because it was very neutral. It's a tobacco basket. Now the wreath that I made in the post swag, those are a little bit more summery, and they're still out there because I ended up having a bird build a nest inside the wreath, so it's still out there. But she relocated. I guess she got tired of seeing us coming in and out, so she relocated. So I feel better now. That's why I kind of delayed. So anyhow, okay. So let's move with. I want to work first is on the swag. Now I got my glue gun going. I honestly don't know if I'm gonna really need to use a glue gun, but what I'm gonna do is, this is all I have. I have 1.5 inch buffalo, and I'm just gonna weave it in here just to update this because it drives me insane, and there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just me, because I say I make beautiful things for other people. Why do I have to not do it for us, right? So I'm going to just run this through here. Is that you, Karen? Hey, Karen, you're up. Yeah, I'm always up at this time. So, hi. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to, and it's funny because I recognized you from all the way from on my phone. I'm on my phone as well. Because I don't see it here yet. Oh, here we go. Hey, John, how are you? Oh, this is so exciting. I actually have people on while I'm on. So exciting. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run this through. I am not, so if you've seen anyone use evergreen, you could just use the evergreen ties as your, well, the evergreen as your ties. So I don't believe, maybe later on I might add a little bit of glue to make it more permanent, because let me tell you, this guy was out on our house for a long time. And I'm talking about snow and rain. This was out there in a few snowstorms, and I didn't even go crazy like I usually do when I'm doing it for a customer. And it was a whole season. I didn't take this down till Christmas. Right after Thanksgiving. I don't put up my Christmas decor until after Thanksgiving. And it stayed. So this is actually pretty good. And I didn't go crazy with glue. But I will, because, you know, you want it to last. So actually, I'm pretty proud of myself, I'm going to say, because it actually withstood the test of time. The elements, let's say. Okay, so let me get started. So the first thing I'm going to do, and I don't have like a pattern. I don't have anything set for it. I'm doing it right on the table. You know, you could see it. Oh, can you see it perfectly? Should I move over? Because it seems like what I see on the phone is not the same thing that I see. Let's move these guys out of the way. Let's move it. This is actually, I'm so glad I just got this long table. Before I used to work on that mini table back there. Okay, so here's what we're going to work on. Okay, so I am just going to play with it. Make a little tail. I'm not measuring. I'm usually a measurer. Anybody that follows me knows that I measure for everything. Oh, yes, you do go to work. Oh, my God. What time are you up? No. And let me tell you, Karen, I was watching you the whole time before, and what you made was absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And I believe I have that sign. I was like, oh, my God, I'm going to do that. Make it for ourselves. So beautiful. I love everything that you do. Okay, so the first thing that I did, sorry, because I know I go off on tangents. Let me go out on the opposite side. I'm not gonna take long. I know I take long whenever I'm doing stuff. Whenever I'm, look what came out. But it didn't come out last year. You know what? We'll add it at the end. That was just the topper. Okay. So you notice that I didn't completely finish this one because, like I said, I ended up keeping it for ourselves. So I'm just gonna use these as twist ties. No, let's make this longer. Let's make this a little bit longer. So let's make this longer. Let's add a loop. And like I said, I'm not going to measure. There are already loops in here. I could just try to match whatever the height is on these. Use that same one, the same exact tie that I had. It's going to be nice and easy. But whatever is not easy about it is the fact that I have to do it to 4 items, 4 pieces. I have the mantle piece. I have the wreath that goes over the mantle, even though my husband doesn't like it because he says it's too small. And then the swag. And what else? Oh yeah, the garland. That's going to be fun, the garland. So the difference with this is that this is a bow. I made a bow and I attached it. So now I'm trying to add this in between the bow loops. So I may need to use, I could twist the bows. I think that would be best is to use some pipe cleaners, which I forgot to take out. So excuse me, I thought I had taken out the pipe cleaners. Right here, and where are they? Sorry, got the pipe cleaners. Okay, so I have some pipe cleaners. And let's just add these to the bow. Because like I said, this is a bow and I'm trying to add additional loops. This is for myself. I would not do this to something that I'm going to give to a customer. I would never. This is for us. But this is like I said, it's like a little hack. A way for you to update your own items. Because it gets expensive. Updating your stuff or changing your Christmas decor every year. It gets pricey. And that's actually something that I wanted to work on and teach everybody, how to build your Christmas inventory. I actually have the blog article all written out, but I haven't published that yet because I wanted to take photos for you. I should work opposite so you can see what I'm doing here. Look, I've barely done anything and it's already changing the look. And Buffalo is still hashtag trending. I just made up that. I don't know if I made it up or if anybody's heard it before, but I say I Buffalize. I add I-Z-E to like the ends of everything. So I'm buffalizing my decor. It's not perfect. Again, just using the pipe cleaners. And then I'll come in afterwards and I'll, you know what, I don't have to come in afterwards. Why don't we just cut them now so we don't have to come back and do more work. So let's just snip them. I mean, I have these. Why come back later on if I'm already here? So who else stays up late? I'm always up late. Like always, like too much. And then I wonder, see already how it's changing the look? Love it. Okay, where are my scissors? Because I just want to add some streamers. I didn't even get my glue pot going. I just recently, like right at the beginning, I was like, you know what? Maybe I should turn on the glue gun because I wasn't thinking that I was gonna need it. So I'll just make another little loop like that, and I'm just gonna twist it in here. Because I want some tails in there. Let's make this one a little bit longer. And this saves money and it saves space. And then if I don't like it for next year, if I don't want to do this again, or maybe next year I want to go back to what it originally was. I just got to take it out. Or cut it out, depending if it's too glued in. But this is just a nice way of updating your stuff. Does anybody else update their decor every year? We're crazy. We are absolutely insane. Thank you, Karen. I mean, Buffalo's not going anywhere, right? I'm telling you, my phone is dying already. So, see that? How it changed a little? But I want to get like every little spot here. And you don't have to. Like I said, it's just me trying to add a little bit more to it. But there. So now what I could do is add one more little loop here and a little loop there. And this is done. Maybe add one at the bottom here. And that's it. And one's done. And I could put these up tomorrow. Because we don't have that bird there anymore. I felt so bad. She was so pretty. So cute. And she would come at night and we would open the door just to watch her. And she just left. She got tired of us invading her privacy. I mean, I have kids. Come on. Of course they want to see the bird every day. They're like, oh, she's our pet. I'm like, no, she's not. She's not our pet. She's looking for peace and quiet, and obviously we don't give it to her. So add another one there. Let's add another one. I'm happy I did this. I am so happy. So, does anybody change their look like on a regular basis? We change our Christmas decor every year. And it started off with like friendly competition. My mother-in-law does it. So it became, and I'll use the word competition, it was friendly competition. So she updates her tree every year. Then I started updating my tree every year. Then, that didn't come out right. Then I started making a matching wreath to go with the tree decor. Then I started tying it into the whole house. or the whole apartment, shall I say. And then I stayed making wreaths. That's basically how my wreath adventure started. And now here I am making wreaths. And these do not have to be perfect, but I am so happy that I'm doing this. Okay. Not perfect, but what do you think? I can't see myself. I cannot see myself. And my phone looks like it's already like, really? Don't think my phone is dying. Okay, awesome. Let me plug in my phone. I love this. I'm having a great, great, great time. I love getting out of the shot. God. Karen, I feel you from before. Oopsie. Okay. There we go. Here I am. Okay. And let me come around one more time to get that annoying thing. Okay. All right. So, there we go. I could add one more tail at the bottom. No, I want to add more. Sorry. And this, how much do I have here? This is a 50 yard, 1.5 inch buffalo plaid, buffalo check. And I'm just going to add one more loop over here and finish up this one because I don't want to overthink it. This is just quick. It's for myself. And I'm not even adding glue to this. Let's add a nice longer one here. Actually, no, this one, let's keep this one small, shorter. And then a long one in the back. And we could curl that one. That one. It's not perfect. Maybe I'll cut it off afterwards. I'm sure I'll be tucking in some tails, hiding a few in here, moving them aside, playing with them a little bit more. But you get the point. The point is that I just updated this. Maybe I could use a little bit more. You know, when I step back from it later, or I look at it tomorrow, sleep on it, maybe I want a little bit, actually no. You know what, I'm just doing that. I mean, if you're up with me, it doesn't mean you're not going anywhere. This is my time, guys. If you don't want to hear my kids, this is the time to catch me. So I will be going live tomorrow at 6 p.m. on the Southern Charm Wreaths site page. Julie Samago was nice enough to give us, a few of us, the privilege of going on there. Well, giving me the privilege because I'm not used to going live. There you go. See that? Okay, so that's one. So I'll be there tomorrow working on a Christmas wreath. But the reason I'm mentioning it is because I won't have the kids with me. Kids won't be here. So anybody that's used to watching me and having the kids, it's going to be like, you're on at 6 o'clock and it's going to be crazy. Usually when I go on, anytime that's early, you hear the insanity. Not tomorrow. They're not going to be here. That's awesome. Hi, Debbie. Thank you. So here's the wreath that goes over my mantle. And again, I did these so quickly for myself that I didn't even attach these properly. I did these last year, but they withstood the test of time. I made these quickly because I made that, didn't finish it to list it on my Etsy shop, decided to keep it. It was never fully, well, officially finished, or completed, and then I decided to keep it for myself. So then I made this quickly and then made everything else to go with it. So here, I'm so glad that I just bought this. Let's see if I can see any questions. These bows are completely attached. These loops are kind of glued in. So it's a little bit different when you're working with the grapevine. So I may have to heat up the glue gun and add these to that. I am so surprised. Usually when I'm on, I have 4 people on. Wow, so exciting. I have gone on live at night on Instagram. And at nighttime on Instagram, there isn't anybody. And I've even gone on at 1 o'clock in the morning. 1 a.m. That's my time, guys. 1 a.m. So this one, let's just stick to the pipe cleaners. Why not? Let's just stick to the pipe cleaners. We're already working with the pipe cleaners. Let's just quickly just add them. Give it a little bit of pop. See, now I'll feel good. Because I know that if I would have just put up the other stuff, well, the same things without updating, I would have been bothered. And it would have been like the day before Thanksgiving, and I would have changed it. Are we hosting? No, we're not hosting this year. We're hosting Christmas. Christmas, because I got the little ones. Everybody else is older. All the other kids are older. So see, just one loop, one little loop, and I didn't even measure it. Remember, if you know me, I'm the measurer. I measure everything. But I didn't want to measure this time because we don't got time for that. And you don't have to measure, that's me. I'm just too analytical, as I've been told. But once you're, in my case, once you're used to measuring, it just gives me like the more, before, like measuring gave me the confidence that I needed. Because I knew what I was doing, and then after that, I felt comfortable just like, oh, okay, now I know what I'm doing, I don't need to measure it. But before then, I used to go crazy when I first started. Which is why I love Julie, because Julie would teach you exactly like, hey, this is 12 inches, and this is, it's going to be 12-inch loops, and 21-inch streamers. And then after that, I felt like, okay, now I know what I'm doing. Let's see how I'm doing here. Good night, Karen. Thank you. Sleep tight. Don't stay up too late. Carol, you have to work in the morning. Oh my God. Well, I got homeschooling in the morning. Well, not homeschooling. It's virtual, but let's be real. We have the support of the teachers, but we're doing everything. I'm there with my son like the whole time. See how it's looking? 2 loops. That's all I've added. 2 loops. We might just add only 4 loops to this and that's it, and we'll be finished. We're just trying to do a quick update. And notice I didn't even twist it. Whenever you see, usually whenever you do a loop, this is pretty much the same on both sides, so I didn't even twist it. This is a quick update. Thank you, Debbie. I'm excited. I am really, really excited about the wreath tomorrow. I keep planning it in my head. I'm like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? It is such a privilege to be on Julie's page. I'm so excited. But I am going to prep a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to prep because I know that sometimes things take a little bit longer. At least for me. I mean, Karen, I don't know if you're still on, but you're amazing. I just bought this recently. So this is the Wreath Buddy. I was struggling the other day when I was doing my grapevine wreath for the greenery market. And someone that was watching, Pam, and I believe Amy, they said, hey, what was the name of that tool? Which I had no idea, I had never heard of. Look at me, I'm still struggling with it. And this helps you get your pipe cleaners through the grapevine. And I was like, how had I never heard of this thing? And it works. This is amazing. This is amazing. So it's called the Wreath Buddy. I got it on Etsy. It was like a little bit over 10 bucks. But you put the pipe cleaner through there and you push it through the grapevine. When it comes out on the other side, just pull it through. And I have been making wreaths for a few years and I did not know that. See, what do you think? I know it's not even right now. But the one thing that always helps balance for me are streamers. So because this bow is attached together and the sunflower was heated on here, was glued on there, I think I'm just gonna play with it. And and just try to, I'm trying to see what you, if you could actually see. Let me work with it backwards. So I'll put a tail here. You know what, let's hide it. Maybe just put the tail sticking out right there. I just love pipe cleaners. I use them for everything now. Okay. How many comments? Just catching up on comments. What time is it now? Oh, it's not even 12 yet. I'm just getting started at this time. Tuck the kids in, and I get started. Make myself a cup of tea, and that's it. Okay, so there's one. There's one loop. Let's add the second loop. I'm going to weave it through so you don't really see it. I mean, so you could kind of like alternate behind the, alternate it behind the copper color, a burnt orange. What ball? Did I drop my brief buddy? Yes, I did. And I'll put the other one right there. And it kind of gives it the illusion like it was part of the bow, but it really isn't. And I'm all about tricks for updating your decor and for saving money. In the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, it is an investment. Anybody that decorates and changes decor knows that it's a Christmas tree could cost you upwards of $300 if you're changing the designs. But over time, just start reusing some of the items and some of the colors, and there'll be some years where you don't even have to change, you don't even have to buy anything because you're mixing and matching at that point. But in the beginning, yes, it is gonna cost money. Was I cutting my, oh my god, I was cutting the pipe cleaner with the wrong scissor. Oh my god. Okay. But this year, out of all years, we wanted to do, well, we want to decorate with winter, like a rustic winter. So it's gonna be whites with beiges and browns, kind of like a woodland. And guess what? I don't have anything of that. So I already started pricing it out, a lot of the materials. So I started looking up birch ribbons because you could do so much with ribbon. Fill up your tree with ribbon. And bark things and birch and wood, the little woodland animals. And my cart was already at $300. I was like, yeah, no, we're not doing that. At least not right now. See? I think we could use one more right here. And if anything, one more streamer right here. Okay, got no comments. It's awesome. Everybody's just chilling. So that's my thing. I always like to just help everybody. Just help. Like, what are you doing? Which is why I ended up making the wreaths. Because people started asking me to help out with their decor. Give them tips and ideas. And next thing you know, I'm making them and selling them. I super enjoy it. It's so strange. It's so quiet here without my kids. I'm so not used to it. So weird. Watch the replay of any one of Trend, I could say Trends and Gems. Well, if you follow Alana, you know Trends Greenery Market. They're there. One or the other. When they're both together, it's like impossible. Happy with it? I think it might need, not bad. Not bad for a roll of ribbon, right? Change the look. I think I'm gonna leave it there for now. If anything, I could see one long one coming out this way, curling it. And maybe one more here. Actually, I know what. Just move the tails around. Oh, I'm like talking about it. I'm like covering. Sorry. I'm blocking. So if you just make a faux loop, a fake loop, looks like a loop. We know it's not a loop. But this wreath is a little bit, hasn't been poofed up anyways. I just took it out from my wreath stuff. Now, I need one right here. I'll add one more. Just one more. Just one more. 'Cause I'm not going anywhere. But because I'm crazy, hey man, how are you? You have lots of ribbon. Isn't that crazy? Just ribbon. Ribbon is, I mean, I know ribbon could get crazy, expensive, but it's a cheap way of updating a lot of stuff. Like, I am so happy that I thought of it. But the only problem that I have, Debbie, is that it seems like I've been stuck on Buffalo since Christmas of last year. I have a quick video on my Instagram page that I didn't even realize that I had posted it. And, there we go. See, not perfect, but it doesn't matter. It changed the look. And that's all we wanted, to update our look for almost nothing. How much did this roll of ribbon cost me? I think I got this from Sims Pottery. Maybe $11, not even. Doesn't go wrong. Can't go wrong with that. But now I want one more up here. But I'll leave it. I'll leave it. I could actually do that afterwards. Now, what's next? This to work on. This will go on my mantle tomorrow. Here's my swag. And my swag, I did not complete it. Like I said, I did it for ourselves. Look at the back. You still see the zip ties. I made it quickly. It was for us. And it still withstood all the elements, like I said before. Are you with me? My brother's on with me. That's so awesome. So exciting. Okay. So let's... Because this one already has tails, I'm going to try to mimic whatever's on there. The length of that. And in this case, I think it'll be easier to just make like a little quick bow as opposed to trying to do different loops and then cutting it and doing another loop. So there's one, right? I don't think it has to be that. It doesn't have to be that long. Okay. Just the habit of twisting, even though we know I don't have to twist right now. Measure out the loop and have it go in the other direction because I do have loops coming out in this direction. So that's one. Look how quick this one was. There's one. Boom. Sweet. Put the pipe cleaner on it. And I like to use floral wire for a lot of stuff. But today, let's do this quickly. Pass this through to the back. What is going on here? The bow. The bow came in through the back. That's not working. Here we go. I lost it. There we go. Put it in there, give it a twist. Maybe we could add one more loop to that. One more loop in the other direction. See how I changed it? All we did was use a little bit of buffalo. This is amazing. Now the only problem is that I think I need to stop with the buffalo because it's getting a little bit out of hand. I added the loop already to it. I should have waited, but it's okay. It's okay. What do we want to do here? We're going to do this one. Yep, that's good. Try not to overthink it. Like that. Twist it. This tail I'm going to leave longer, see if I could hide it behind it. tomorrow I will make a video of what it looks like walking on my front porch, or the front, well, the back, the post. I don't know, I always say front porch. I don't have a front porch. I would like to have a front porch. Until I realized one day that the beach photos will look nice on a front porch. Sorry, I'm like missing comments. Bye, Debbie. Have a good night. Thank you so much for watching me. Appreciate it so much. See you tomorrow. Thank you. This is awesome. But I'm still here for whoever comes on or whoever watches this later on, because like I said, this is my time. Okay, so now we have the swag finished. I gotta move a few things around, but it's finished for now. I don't want to go too crazy because I know some people want to go to sleep. But there you go. And all we did was add the buffalo. And now the long piece, which is going to take a little bit longer because, like I said, it is a long piece. I'm trying to figure out how I would do it. Maybe just do one long strand of ribbon that I push in and out, like I loop in and out of it. Or maybe, okay, so here's the garland. Here's the garland. That was on my mantle. That's a pretty long garland. Okay. So what I did with this was that I found the midpoint in the garland. I put a sunflower in the middle, and then I pretty much divided it evenly throughout on both sides. Sorry, I'm like stuttering here. And then I kept it really simple. Actually, this is really simple. This is an evergreen. That you can find at Michael's, pretty cheap. Got it end of season, and then I just had it done. I'm like, okay, let's just add a 21-inch roll of mesh. I think I did like every 12 inches or so. I eyeballed it. Like I said, it's not perfect. It was for us. But even if it is pretty nice, because people asked me if they could have it. So at every point that I divided it, what I did was I added a loop. I'm sorry, some ribbon streamers. I didn't even add loops. It was just straight ribbon streamers. I added a few picks and a pumpkin. And I don't think, no, not all of them have pumpkins. So it's just a few streamers. If you look at this one, if you can see it up close, it's just a few streamers. Like I said, I would not do this for a customer. This is because I kept it. This is for a quick hack for our home. So that way, if anybody that has, well, most people, I'm not going to say everybody, but a lot of people that have a craft business, it's like we decorate our homes last because we're worried about helping the clients. And I know so many people that decorate their homes, and like now they already have their Christmas trees up. I can't. Even though I recently read an article about there being but being good for you. You're happier having your Christmas decorations up earlier. I don't know if I can. I feel like I'm already late on this, so I try to keep it up as long as possible. However, I will take it down for Halloween for the kids for a little while. But it's quick. You just take it down and put it back up like a few days later. It's not a big deal. So all I'm doing here is going to that needle, the evergreen needle, and I'm tying the buffalo loop to it. That's all I'm doing. It's not fancy. I am not going to be adding any glue to this. The rest of it does have glue on it. That's why I had it actually in a plastic container. It was coiled up in there. But this is all I'm doing. See that? Very simple. I'm not even measuring it. But this is long, so it's falling off my table. Okay, so that's one. The second one, because the second one does not have, it has a pumpkin. So I'm just going to add a streamer. I'm not going to add the loop. And luckily, this thing, it's two-sided. It's not like one of those, no, make it a little bit longer. It's like Buffalo on Royal, that they're kind of a solid color in the back. This is the same on both sides, so it doesn't even matter how you see that. And all I did is a tiny little loop that you're not even gonna see. Tiny little end there. I'm gonna do the same thing. So I'm gonna rush through this quickly. It already has, so the colors that I used on this before were that, like, it's not a moss green. I can't even think of the color. But it's that beautiful green that is always, you always find it in the fall. I guess, yes, it is like a moss. The rust, and then that plaid that has the moss, the sunflower color, and a few lines of like a rusty color as well. Okay. Almost finished. I am so excited about this. So I'm going to try to keep coming on here regularly, even if it's at this time. Just because even if no one's here with me, you could always catch the replay. And if you get any idea from it, if it helps you in any way, that's the goal. If you take anything away, if it helps you save money, if it helps you come up with an idea, that's basically why I'm doing it. Okay, and this little loop at the end here was just hanging off of the side. Maybe this year I'll add a bow at the end. We'll see when it goes up, because sometimes after you put it up, you may change your mind a little. So you see what we have here? Okay. This guy, we do not have ribbon on these two. Why not? Oh, I know why not. I know why not. It's because I've been holding it backwards. This is the way that the garland goes. See it? So this is where the sunflower is, that's the center. So I already did this side. I already added a few strips of the buffalo. And now the center, I think I might add a few. No, I will. Let's tie it and all. And then we're going to do the same thing to this side of it. Okay. So I actually, no, let's just work on it right here. Since we're already here, let's just work on it. The easiest way would be to make a tail. Let's make a quick loop. Let's make a bow. Let's make a bow. Okay, let's just make a quick bow. Let's make a long tail, because it's better to be able to cut it afterwards. It's better than not being able to cut it. Hello. I don't want to mispronounce your name. Kimberlyn? Sorry. But hello. Hello. I'm excited when people are on with me at night, because I do it all the time and it's just me. And the silence. But then I post it on YouTube. So it's better than having my screaming kids. Okay. So I did that. One loop. Oops. I'm going to make another loop to match it. And that's it. So anyone that just joined, what I am doing right now is I am updating last year's fall decor by adding buffalo to it. I try to change our seasonal decor every year. Fall usually is the one that does not get changed, but I figured adding some buffalo ribbon to what we already used last year is actually an inexpensive way of updating the decor and actually be still trending, because buffalo was popular last year and it still is this year. So these loops came out a little bit too big, but because I didn't secure them, I could just pull them. Just pull that one And then let's make the other one there. We're just trying to find an inexpensive way of updating our decor. So what I was saying before was that because I added this another way, next year I may take it off and go back to what it originally looked like. Or maybe I'll start all over again. Give this away to someone. Give this away to a family member. Because I do have all coordinating pieces. So that's really what I tend to be known for every year, all our seasonal decor. When it comes to Christmas, I make the Christmas tree, it matches the garland, it matches the wreath, it matches the swag, it matches pretty much everything. A little bit overboard, but I like it. It's pretty consistent around the house. Okay, see that? Nice and easy. And then let's add, these didn't have them. I may add them, I may not add them. I don't know, but let's just keep going. Because I didn't add them last year. I don't know why I didn't add them. Maybe it's because I wanted it to be more of a focal point. But all I'm doing here is just adding a quick streamer here. It's not secure. I am not hot gluing these. This is just a nice quick way of updating decor that you already have to give it a little bit of change and give it a little bit of a fresh look. These pieces were hot glued when I made them last year. But I am not doing that. And even though they were hot glued, they weren't crazy awesome. They weren't something that I would do for a customer. If I have something for a customer, I play with it, I move it, I shake it. Even when I put it in the box before I ship, I lift it up top of my head, make sure it doesn't move in the box. Because it's for a customer, you want it to last as long as possible. But given that, I'm repeating something I said earlier, is that these items, well, the swag was outside all from November, no, from October, or was it the end of September, all the way to the day after Christmas or the week after Christmas until I finally switched our decor. And this little swag post or lantern swag that we ended up putting on a post in front of our house was in front of the driveway, facing all the elements, and nothing fell out. So that's pretty, despite not putting in the effort that I would put in for one of my customers, it still withstood the elements. Okay, so now we have two. Let's add one more. How are we doing on time? Okay, about to hit an hour. Not terrible, because these are large pieces to work with. Okay, we have that. This one does not have a, yes it does, we'll find one. This is an evergreen garland, simple evergreen garland that was purchased from Michael's at the end of the season, like a couple of years ago. That's the best time to stock up on those garlands that usually, sometimes they cost over $40, and they're simple garlands, but it's a nice way of stocking up on those. Get them for like $10, $20, sometimes less than that. And also the evergreen bases. Evergreen bases are amazing. Just because they're evergreen does not mean that you can't use them for other seasons. Like, for example, this is evergreen. But when this is up nicely on the mantle, you can't tell. You can use an evergreen wreath for summer or spring. It's just a very nice base to work with. Excuse me as I struggle here. Okay, so I'm adding one more loop. Nope, two more. And I think we're finished. I think I am finished updating my decor, and I will be putting this up tomorrow. So like I said, these are hot glued in here. I hot glued them last year when I made them. Because of course, you know, you want it to at least withstand anything that may happen. It's not like I'm going to drop it, but you know, at least, you know, going up the stairs or whatever before you place it, you want it to survive. But whatever I am adding to it now, I'm not going to hot glue it. It's just going to be a quick update. Okay. And like I said before, part of the reason that I'm not adding the hot glue to it is simply because what if next year I decide that I don't want this buffalo, I just have to pull these out and that's it. They're ready to go. I have my old look again. Just get rid of the buffalo, toss it out, and that's it. You made a new look. Okay. I think that's it. See that? We just updated this so much. Should we add a look to the... No, I didn't have it before. Yes. You know what? I'm not going to add it for the simple fact that these all have now 4 ribbons. I mean, there's no right or wrong way of doing it. But whenever there is ribbon on here, you have the 4, and then in this case, you won't have it. So I'm going to decide to not add it. So that being said, I just updated 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of matching decor that I had in my home that we used for harvest last year for fall. And for less than $15, we used this roll of, this 50-yard roll of buffalo plaid. Add a few little loops of ribbon to it, a few streamers, a few loops, and we just updated the whole look of this coordinating set, which I made for our home. So now this is gonna go over our mantle. See that? It's pretty. I can't wait to update it because I still have the other stuff. It's not like I don't have anything on there. So tomorrow I have to take all the old stuff off. Let's just let it hang right here. We have that. We now have this wreath, which will go over the fireplace. I don't know if it's too close there for you now. That's going to go over the fireplace. We have the swag. That's going to go on the house. And finally, we have this lantern swag, which is going to go on the posts in front of the driveway, at the front of the driveway. See that? So I could actually take it a little bit further. I can make more bows to match this. They don't have to be exact because, like I keep saying, this was a design that I had from last year. I'm sure I actually do have some rust ribbon somewhere. I have some rust ribbon. I know that I have some kind of orange ribbon or some kind of sunflower kind of mustardy color. And I could use a different moss. Doesn't matter. They don't have to be exact. But I can make more ribbons, just bows. Or just ribbon streamers. And place them on the stairs. Place them around the house. Place them next to an arrangement. And on the kitchen table. And it's going to tie in the whole look of the house. Now, if you don't like being too matchy, you could just do these 2 colors. Or these 2 colors. The reason why I keep bringing in the buffalo is because it stands out a lot, this piece. This pattern. So this is pretty much the one that ties everything in together. But you could do these 2 or these 2. There's always one color that's going to be the one that the common denominator within your whole design, right? In this case right now, before it was the 3 ribbons because they were exactly the same. Now what's tying in the coordinating item, the coordinating piece is going to be the buffalo. So I may come back and make some more bows to place throughout my home. And that's it. That's it. I hope everybody got something from it. Or if you like it, please subscribe. Please follow me. I am usually on Instagram, but I'm trying to come on more on Facebook. Just because of I noticed that we have more of like the wreathing community is on here, but I was going more on Instagram. But if you want to be notified, please just follow me. I do have a YouTube channel. I also have a website with a blog. It's eventcraftstudio.com. And Pinterest. Yes, Pinterest. I have most of the stuff that you find on Pinterest is also the videos that I have on YouTube. But thank you so much for staying up with me. If you like it, like I said, please follow me. And I will see you tomorrow on Julie's page at 6 p.m. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great night. Take care. Bye-bye.